Hey everybody, it's Nate Sexton and Paul McBeth again, coming back with the second round from the Memorial. We're at Fiesta Lakes Golf Course this time, Jomez Productions. Starting off on hole one.
Yeah, hole one. A triple mandatory, par 3, 192 feet. This is a must get for everyone.
Yeah, but I saw a lot of people miss it. I mean, the wind was coming up, and that triple mando is kind of low.
Yeah, I agree there. And they took the greenway this year. Which was really the only challenge on this hole before.
Yeah, before it was almost, you could almost say there wasn't any challenge.
That's true.
But now there's a little bit. You got to get underneath those ribbons, between the posts, obviously, and then you got OB right with where the cars are parked.
You got Philo right here with the backhand rock. That's probably his bread and butter right there. Loves those DX rocks.
Yeah.
Looks a little deep, though.
A good shot, though. KJ probably going putter.
Yeah, most likely.
Rock.
Yep.
It is windy. Maybe
That's true.
Maybe that kind of plays a role.
Just a smooth little turnover.
Nice.
Inside the circle. Third on the card is Ricky Wysocki.
And I'm thinking harp.
Most likely. I think he's got a red one and a yellow one that he throws most often. Oh, that's short, though.
Yeah, that's kind of that wind playing, I think. Tailwind kind of smashing it down. You really don't... Obviously, you can't go over the ribbon. You'd have to re-tee. That'd be a disaster.
Yeah, try to slide up there.
Yeah.
Jalle.
Yeah.
Number 4.
From Finland.
He's got the putter right there. That's a good shot. That's an easy 2 from there. Even with this wind, I'd say.
Yeah, I think so.
Not how you want to start.
No, tough drive. Good kind of little bit at it, but as you can see, the wind is really wreaking havoc. You can see, look at Philo's shirt. Wow.
That's surprising. At least 3 pars on this hole, huh?
Yeah. Good comebacker. Man, yeah, it's one of those holes that's short enough where even in heavy wind you feel like you ought to be able to make it happen.
Yeah,
but
you can see he's even struggling for that little birdie putt right there.
But a 20-footer is no gimme in these conditions.
Yeah. Rick tapping out a par, and then Philo.
Should have the easy par. Good start from Jalle, picking up 1 stroke early.
So they're all at 10 under. So they're all even right now.
There you go. All square. And hole 2, this course kind of starts out, it's really a lot of deuces, but especially at the start.
Yeah, the first 5 holes are birdies if you can get them. But we got hole 2 right here, 330 feet, double mandatory. I think the most common route's a forehand, right?
I think, yeah, you kind of either go like straight mid-range backhand or like a flex forehand.
Yeah, I ended up going with the leopard.
Okay.
In round 2, just because it was such a strong tailwind.
I threw flex forehand, but it flexed out past the basket and skipped right.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
I think he missed the mandatory. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's a pretty bad misrelease because I feel like this is a pretty generous, pretty wide gap to go through.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Philo going with another mid-range right there, most likely is rock.
It might be the same one.
Pin high. That's a look at 2.
Gotta be a rock as well, I would think.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Wow, 2 meters.
Wow, yeah, I never saw it come down. I think we got a 2-meter penalty possibly.
And Rick, wow. That's in his range, though.
Yeah, they kind of all are. Okay.
So from the drop zone.
Yeah, drop zone with a penalty for Jalle. Pretty smooth. And then KJ taking a penalty for the 2-meter.
It's still out there.
Not as close as he would have wanted.
No. That'll be a tough putt for bogey. And Ricky probably from about 60.
Oh.
Just off the right side. It's a slow start. 'Start. 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 ' Ooh.
Man.
I see a lot of those with these baskets out here, and I think the wind was just holding them up.
Yeah, you really got to hit it center for sure.
Yeah, so that'll be a 5 for KJ.
Man, this is just not a hole you would ever think might bite you for a 5.
No birdies at all on the card.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, a couple penalties. That is pretty surprising.
Tough wind, though. Tailwind on that hole. I think it's gotten some of their minds and just brought the shots down.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So hole 3, sorry. 336 feet. I attacked this one with a forehand. I believe you go the same way.
Same thing, yeah. I try to throw it out to the left and sort of kind of catch on that uphill, check it up a little bit. Obviously, you don't want to land on that cement or you're skipping a mile.
Yeah, there's one big tree out there. I think you want to go around it.
Yeah,
Philo.
This is also a real common approach, just to go straight at it.
Probably that exact same rock.
Oh,
wow,
nice little
great
bounce. Perfect.
Rick opted with a backhand. That's surprising.
That looks decent. It's fading out a little. Long.
Yeah, probably just at the circle's edge right there, just outside.
Yeah, I think probably 40, 50 feet.
Or a lot longer.
That looks like a nice angle.
Yeah, hit the front of the hill and skip up. Nice.
That's probably in the circle 1.
I think KJ throwing a rock right here.
Needs to just keep getting flat.
Yeah, looks like he's got some good speed right there. Oh, that's perfect.
Oh, yeah. Now these guys are getting warmed up.
Yeah, they are. Oh,
Man. Another close one.
good birdie from Jalle.
Yeah, it looks like maybe the wind kind of slowed down right here.
Yeah, the trees aren't moving too much.
Probably no accident that when the wind slows down, these guys start parking holes. It's kind of how it works.
Philo with the birdie as well. KJ cleaning up.
Nice. Rick sat down pretty nice for him on that hillside. Can always be a little scary when you hit that top of the basket. Worried about a roll.
Yeah. So 3 twos on that hole, and Rick with the lone par. Not a good start for Rick right now.
Now we got kind of a change from last year.
Yeah, this one, a new double mandatory on this hole. It's 258 feet. It was fairly simple before, but now with the double mandatory, it kind of takes away a forehand, I'd say.
Yeah, I still tried it, but it didn't work. But yeah, it's not bad. It's like you just want to throw kind of a mid-stable backhand, I think. The challenge for me is like looking out at that tree, thinking about if it gets a little too high, you're going to hit some branches.
Yeah, and this is a really fast green, surprisingly, as you can see. It took about a 60-foot skip right there.
Yeah, on a slow mid-range.
Yep. And it's I think one of the few holes that has a really fast green.
Yeah.
Jalle, it looks like a mid-range right here. Again, that's
sliding,
nice
but
right
stopped
there.
nicely, yeah. 2 good shots.
Good line right there.
Yeah, curves it right inside the mandatory.
Ooh, a little high and left.
Oh, yeah. And those flags don't play OB on this hole. They're for hole 6.
Yeah.
So Rick's kind of getting close. See, he's standing on the line, but that wouldn't have been OB even had he gone over the line.
There's a good birdie putt for him.
Yeah, nice putt.
I think it was just inside the circle. Actually, that's the out of bounds.
I think
line.
it was the
Yeah.
out of bounds, yeah. But not out of bounds for this hole. Nice.
Yeah, good birdie from Philo. Shaking it off right there.
A little lower than he wanted, I'm guessing. Sometimes that can be a good reminder. I feel like I squeak a putt in and you can kind of almost trick your mind into thinking, like, you get angry like it was a miss,
Yeah.
but you get away with a birdie. And it can help you kind of going forward because you, like, remind yourself, like, no, you need to commit. Like,
Yeah.
you just got lucky.
Stay focused.
Yeah.
Nice star frame from this card.
Yeah, that's great. That's how it should be.
Yep. So
kind of getting back to where they want to be here. See if they can string a couple more, but. And then on to hole 5, we gotta kind of pick your route. You can go big. You see a lot of big hyzers. You see some people try to go straight up the middle. I like to go forehand on the gap on the left. But you just kind of really have to worry about the out of bounds sidewalk.
Yeah, it's only 267 feet. Like you said, there's 3 different routes. I chose the forehand for this round because
smart man.
It was so windy. Yeah.
Oh. I heard the cheers from that. That hit the pole.
That was dead center.
Oh my gosh! I figured I heard chains. I did not know it did him that dirty though, because that should have been in.
Stayed
safe. Man, what a shot by Philo. That is so cool. Another wide hyzer. Ooh, nice tree. That looked like it was screaming out to the middle of the road.
Yeah, that was probably going to be right next to Jalle, I'd say, if it was safe. Rick looking like that harp again.
Oh, he flipped it.
Wow. Putting range, though, for him.
Yeah.
It's inside 60.
Oh,
sit down.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Good bid from Jalle there.
Little breeze. See the flags of the distance back there.
Yeah.
Nice. It looks like a tailwind for him. Yep. Good putt.
Big time. Perfect.
Oh, got the lone tree in his putt. Nice. Good birdie from KJ.
KJ's got that nice spin putt. He's pretty good in the wind.
That's true. In Europe, I see it a lot.
Yeah.
Par from Jalle.
Man, if you could ever be annoyed by a park job, I mean, this would be it, right? I think he hit the orange tape.
Oh, yeah. He's showing it.
You deserve better, Philo.
3 birdies on the card and the lone par from Jalle.
All right.
Hole
Done
6.
with the short holes for now.
Yeah, hole 6. They call it a par 3.
But it's a long one.
570 feet. That's tough to call it a par 3.
Yeah. I think they can get away with it because it's such a short grass. You know, it's pretty open. You could get rollers in there. If you got a big arm, you could go backhand in there. But OB left and right.
Yeah.
That fence is OB, obviously, but there's also a sneaky little curb there. And if the roller goes upright, you can kind of get wedged in there and be OB, even though you're on the good side of the fence.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience, Nate.
I have done it, and I also saw Eagle McMahon do it just yesterday.
Wow. That's a good shot from Philo. Just laying up for his 3. Just laying up his drive. Here's a roller. This could get to the pin.
The angle kind of came up on him. So this is kind of, if this climbs the hill all the way up and hops that little curb, that actually would be OB.
Yeah, there's a little space in there.
Kind of silly if you ask me, but.
There goes another roller.
Yeah, I saw this one in
Looks
person,
good.
and it's pretty tasty. He got the angle just right. Rolling right up the hill.
Yeah, that's probably just inside the circle.
Yeah. Can't do it a lot better than that.
Ooh, this one looks like it's going to move a lot.
Heavy angle.
Let's see if it gets
Oh, the
up.
wind. It looked like the wind blew it out.
Stay short of that green. Oh,
That's terrible luck. The green is out of bounds there. I think the wind just got under the disc. Sometimes that can really rob the speed from a roller.
Yeah.
Make it stop dead. And that's good. Where you really don't want to stop.
Yeah, that's true. Good forehand from Philo right there.
Yeah, that was nice.
Okay, dude, with a little soft putter up shot. Nice.
Jalle for par. Just laying it up.
Yep. Rick for 2. Long birdie.
Go. That's about a birdie and a half. That'll get you going. Easy pars for KJ and Philo. And an unfortunate bogey coming up for Jalle after that.
Dropping 4. Exactly like you said, that green is just perfect placement.
It is. You look so small, you think, oh, I never stopped there. But then somehow the disc finds its way. You always think a golf green won't hold it, it'll skip off. You're wrong.
Hole number 7, 741 feet. This is
the only big bruiser. The only big bruiser this course has got.
Yeah, it's got a...
But I would say it's probably one of the hardest holes in the entire Memorial.
Yeah, that's definitely true. It's probably the highest percentage, like, for bogeys.
Yeah, because it's got OB in the water, obviously, and then a pretty well-placed golf green there protecting it. And the pin is on that side hill right near the water.
And then you didn't even mention the tee shot. Look at that.
Yeah. Not to mention the fact there's a lot of trees in the way on a 741-foot hole.
Yeah, Rick was trying to go up the middle. Tailed a little right. Philo got out the gap, though, pretty nice.
That's in probably a pretty good spot to play for a 4. I don't know. He might think about going for 3 from there.
And this is the veteran move right here.
Yeah, this is a
roller up the hill.
It got a little extra flip. I saw it go over there and hit the fence, but I've never been over there, so I don't really know what the look is. I guess I'm about to find out.
Kicked out in the fairway, though.
Yeah, at least it went left.
But I don't know if you have much of a shot out here to look for a birdie.
No, I would say no. He's just probably going to look to flip this over into a spot where he can make a layup. Ooh,
yep, did just that.
Kind of close to that golf green, but perfect in the end.
Ricky's looking to the right. Looks like he's avoiding the water. Yeah, he's playing it way to the right.
Oh, yeah.
Just look like he's just
probably right of the golf green. And then, wow, so this is not really a bad spot where KJ went. Oh, but he's playing short.
Short as well.
Okay, maybe it's a little farther than it looked.
Philo looks like he's gonna attack the green from here.
Yeah, he needs.
I believe that's a Thunderbird.
Okay. Oh, is that too high?
Oh, in the water.
At least it crossed way up there.
Yeah.
I was not so smart as to do that during my round.
Yeah, I have a look at a par save from there. Rick just sliding it up there, taking this. Ooh, still a little shorter than I thought it'd be.
Yeah. KJ and Jalle with the perfect layups there, so they should have pretty easy time tossing it over the golf green, probably less than 100 feet from the basket.
Yeah, just trying to save their 4. Or
Nice.
Just take their par, I should say.
Yeah. This is when you're talking about saving a 4.
Yeah.
Oh,
sit
don't
down.
do it.
No.
Oh, that's nasty. Ouch.
Double bogey. 4 from Rick. That's a
good 4.
Yeah, after catching an early tree.
Yeah, really nothing else to do. There's no 3 from back there in those trees.
Jalle doing the same.
I feel like this hole is really good at punishing you when you make that decision, like, I'm going for the 3. It's like the guy that gets the best drive. Like, in my group, I had the best drive and I got the worst score. In this group, Philo had the best drive. He got the worst score.
That's true.
Because it's really dangerous. You kind of get tempted into going for it, and then bad things can happen.
Yeah. I mean, the same thing with my card. I did not have the best drive.
Yeah.
But someone else had better drive, and they end up with a higher score.
Yep, it's risk reward for you.
Yep. So here we go. Hole number 8, 348 feet. It's got really only 2 routes.
Yep.
You either go with the big hyzer or the big forehand or turnover shot over the water and take the risk, but it's the shorter route. So.
Yep. You see a lot of success, people going wide backhand, but it looks like Rick's going to go straight at it. That looks good.
As long as you get across the water, it usually filters towards that basket.
That's really nice.
Right there, about 25 feet right there.
KJ will show us the hyzer.
Oh, low hyzer. I haven't seen this shot.
I saw this work. Because it can kind of skip, that one's a little long, but some guys in my group took some pretty low lines and they were just sort of taking a multiple skip over towards the green without really going at the water all that much.
Wow. That's what I'm used to seeing, that big spike hyzer.
Yeah, it kind of controlled the distance maybe a little better.
Oh, no. That's usually the safer play, too.
Yeah, he just probably a little... it's again, you got to risk it if you want to go real close to those trees and go for a park job. Water's in play. If you play a little long, you're guaranteed a putt, but it's a death putt.
Yeah, just like that. It's still outside the circle, looking right at the water.
Yeah, scary putt for sure.
Be interesting to see if they go for it.
Oh, wow!
Hit the tree.
Was that the tree?
Yeah.
Okay. I think he's gonna bid this. Oh, I was wrong.
He halved it, you could tell.
Yeah.
Looks like KJ's right under the pin, though. We kind of missed his shot.
Did he get that close? He was deep a little bit. Oh, we missed his upshot.
Yeah,
I got
looks
you.
like his putter's right under the basket.
Yeah, he must have just laid out. It can be a tough job, man. I mean, if you've never been out there live to see these Jomez guys sprinting all over the course trying to catch every putt when guys are 400 feet apart.
Yeah, usually...
You see Jerry out there just running with that camera.
You don't see the players like to wait too often.
No, I hardly ever notice. I mean, if I'm ready to throw, I'm throwing. So if you think it's easy, it's not. When these guys miss one shot, it's just because the drives can be pretty spread out and people aren't really in the mood to wait, especially when the wind is right or whatever it is.
So Rick with another birdie. He's taking control of his round after that slow start.
Definitely. Now we got a stretch of kind of must-gets.
Yeah, 270 feet. Really the only danger is that green, but you have to throw it pretty short.
Yep, that wall as well as OB.
Yeah.
But that's pretty right. So it ought to be...
Should be a lot of twos.
A lot of twos, yeah.
4 holes.
Yeah. You would like to see everybody pretty close here.
Wow, he sawed that off.
Yeah, it wasn't fantastic. You kind of want to bounce that off the green, I think. You take one little skip off the green, you're right there.
It'll be interesting to see these 3. Most of them throw backhand, so...
Oh, what?
That looks safe from here. But...
Oh, Philo.
Must be working on it. Hit a little early.
These guys are making... Okay. Forget what we said about this hole. Apparently it can play pretty tough.
Lefty. Doing all sorts of things.
That's the perfect shot.
Wow. Just laying up.
Oh, it's because of the paint.
That's right.
The paint's good, though. I like when they do that because then you don't have the judgment call.
Yeah. Makes it a lot easier for players to call other players.
Nice birdie.
Didn't even look like he took a meter off that wall.
Didn't care to. Nice lefty-righty combo.
Yeah. You don't see that too often.
Yeah.
Just
disappointing bogey there.
Yeah.
I got a par on this hole and it felt like a bogey. So I can only imagine that an actual bogey stings pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm sure. Especially getting caught on that green.
Yeah.
Not really having a chance at it.
Yeah. Tough.
2 4s and 2 2s.
Rick's pulling away, 15 down.
Yeah.
5 strokes up on the rest of the guys.
Now that...
And then we're coming back for you. That's the end of the front 9, so hopefully you guys tune in. We'll catch you for the back 9 of this round.
That's good. Look forward to it.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.